Hello, everyone. Go check this out. Girl, put two lives. You know me. Yeah. Y'all know what I was just pondering? You know what I was just pondering? Hmm. It's amazing how Funky Donica has been mighty quiet. All that woofing that he did at the Tamar scene, he cussed her out. It, when Tamar came forward and, you know, said what she had to say about the situation. Here he come talking about it's going to take more than lawyers, than a little lawyer, to shut him. Girl, now he quiet as a church house mouse. Mendites come forward, said that he ain't with Andy. He ain't really said much of a word. That's so weird. Isn't it ironic? Ain't that weird? No, he was popping it when it was against Tamar. When it was against a female, he was popping it. Mendices come forward, say what he had to say. I guess you respect him. Bitches, I tell you, that's why I don't hang with them sisters. Want to be a girl so bad, you not. Like, just be gay. God, just be gay. What is the parent? Okay, I found it. I knew it was to delete forever. I don't want y'all to like confused. Like, which live? There's two of them. Like, what is Sean doing? What is Sean doing? Oh, should I put it on members on the chat? I'm nice. I'll be nice. Hello everyone. So let's get into it. Shout out to look at Shady Oaks. Shady Oaks said, well, let me become a member just in case. Just in case. Hello everyone. Look at y'all running on. Come on in the room. Hi Bird, DJ Lady, Coco, Eliza, Miss Talk, Volanda. Susan, Demonstration, Legendary, Stacy Bryant. I want to say Bryant because I'm sure there's one named Stacy. Shout out to Asala. What's that right? Baby Shay moderator. The Zip Tip. I was just watching your last video about Junior. Oh, shout out to you. Thank you for the support. Thank you for the support. Okay, I'm sorry. Okay. Okay. Shout out to Rez. I'm just gonna say Rez. Hi, Tasha. Hi, Bill. Tasha Sherry. Oh my God. Linda Watson. Hi. Hello. Miss T. Moderator. Hi, Judah Boo. Hi, Tawanda. Lindsay. Correct. Melanie. Oh, y'all should say, don't you think? Y'all funny. With the lyrics. Yaya Games. Daniel. Says, "Should I get too fabulous?" Oh, thank you. Ooh, got it. They're so mad at that. They're so upset about it. It's like, y'all want to be ugly so bad. I'm not. So, yes, and they're mad about it. They're upset. It's like, oh, he's talking smart and he cute. Thanks so much. So, yes, hi, Shady Oaks Tressa. Hi, boo. Kendra, Lily, hello. Rochester. I'm just gonna Dayla, hi Dayla Boo. Logan, hi Logan. Kyler, I'm sorry, I'm skimming Bernie's channel. Dion, Meek, Sonia, Los Santo, hi Boo. I love you. Hi Chocolate Barbie, hi Boo. Young. Okay, I'm scrolling, bouncing bother. Hello, roll down, Caitlin Breeze, my baby. Um, Hello, this is my nightmare. Okay, because I'm popular. Please hit the like. High reality. Please hit the like. Hi Shonda. Please high abundance. Please hit the like. Oh my God, that is a lot of hellos. Oh, I'm exhausted. It's a lot. That was a lot. That's pretty much our show. Yeah. I love y'all. Please hit the like. So y'all know we love Chrisean Jr. over here. Okay, we fight hard for Chrisean Jr. And I know I like rarely ever go live when we do talk about the crustacean and Chrisean Jr., but I feel that it is important to come forward and say something. Okay. Now I know Chrisean does not like me, and the feeling is mutual. Okay. You're just mad that I can spell and that I can read and read you. Okay, because other than that, you don't. There's no reason for you to have no problem with me in the man. But girl, you don't like me, and I get it. I get it. You know, if I were you, I wouldn't like me either. Why I oughta? So it's like I get it. Like you ain't gonna do nothing about it, but I get it, and I also get that nothing's gonna happen. So games. So Chrisean went live yesterday, and she was playing. I'm not even gonna say playing anything. She had Chrisean Jr. in the car. Now we know that she lived in the car. Okay, that her address is that vehicle. Okay, that's where she's about to get food stamps from. That car. Okay, had a household, head of the front seat. Okay, dependent in the back seat. Correct. And Chrisean Jr. has been in that car with her. She's been caught on live. I can pull it up of her changing clothes outside, out the trunk of the vehicle at laundromats. Okay. She lived in that car. And it's not big enough for the two of them. Okay. Now, recently, Chrisean going live with Chrisean Jr., more so of yesterday, you could hear that he is extremely sick. Like scary sick in a car. Okay. I believe Junior has gotten this sick because they have been sleeping in the vehicle. Yeah, I do believe that he could have possibly gotten sick being on the floor because she puts him on the floor in places and whatnot. But overall, I think the reason he may have RSV, because I'm not diagnosing him, but this is RSV season. This is, pretty much from like October to March, sometimes April. RSV. I do have 4 children, and I had a daughter. My daughter, she was in the hospital with RSV, and it was one of the scariest things I've ever faced. Okay, and it goes on pretty much the entire season of winter. They call it's a season, like flu season. Same thing with RSV. Okay, and it's a horrible thing for a kid to catch because it affects the respiratory system, and it's a virus that pretty much like attacks the lungs and whatnot. So it's kind of different from pneumonia, but kind of like one and the same. But my daughter was in the hospital for 5 or 6 days. It was like 5 or 6 days. about 5 or 6 days. She was in hospital, and we couldn't touch her. She was in an incubator, hooked up to heart and lung machines, and all of that. We weren't allowed near her. We just had to be there, be present. And the nurses would always tell us, like, "Oh, y'all can go home. You go home." Well, she's gonna be here. I'm like, shout out to nurses, but we're not going nowhere. We're gonna leave as a unit. We leaving together. So if she gonna be here 2 weeks, so am I. Like, if she gonna be here a month, I'm gonna be here a month. If she gonna be here a year, I'm gonna be here a year. Yeah, but I'm not going nowhere. Like, yeah, same thing with her mom. We didn't move. We would switch and like leave to go get like clothes and go check on the other kids and hang out with the other kids, and then we were right back. That's about as much as we did. And we would do it in, cycles. Like we would do it separately, you know. Okay. So we took shifts, and maybe like once or twice a day, we would do that. Other than that, we didn't go anywhere. We stayed there the whole time, right? So with RSV season going on, and Chrisean, her son, getting extremely sick, and her avoiding all the signs of, I'm not even going to say it's RSV, right? We can just throw that out, right? Because again, I'm not a doctor, so I can't diagnose him. But from what we hear, he is severely sick. The congestion is really bad. And what was alarming is that Chrisean was giving him over-the-counter medicine. She stated that she took him to the doctor, and the doctor said that it's normal after receiving a flu vaccination. No, that's not normal. And what also isn't normal is a doctor giving anyone a flu shot while sick. From what I gather, you have to be healthy. That's why they take your vitals and all that when you get there. You can't have any flu symptoms. I don't know how they do it, but here you have to be well in order to get a shot. You can't get a vaccination sick. You gotta wait till you heal. Okay, and they usually prescribe if prescriptions are needed, like antibiotics, etc. So I'm like, okay, that's weird to say that, because he was already sick. Because as sick as he was, that didn't, as we're gonna play it, as sick as he is, that's not new. That's a couple days at least 2 days. This much congestion is inside of him, like in phlegm. And when I was like, yeah, that doesn't sound recent. It sounds like it's been happening. Like he didn't just wake up extremely congested like that. Like, no, it does sound like it's been like a day or two. And I was getting worse. It's getting to because having the flu is levels to it. Sweats and coughing, and then from coughing to this, and then from this to this, and then eventually you start to, you know. So I just think that that's insane that she didn't feel a need to take him in, and she's lying, saying that she did because you couldn't have. No, I don't think. Listening to how congested this baby is, there's not a hospital on the planet that is not going to admit him. Like, as bad as his breathing sounds, where are you taking him and they not admitting him? What hospital you go to? This baby sounds horrible, like scary. I couldn't even rest. If I was his parent, he would have to go to the emergency room out of fear. Because RSV is dangerous. Like, a kid can pass from it, even with pneumonia. It's not like an adult having these things. An adult can fight it in bed if they don't want to go get antibiotics and whatnot. For a kid, they don't always make it. This is serious. Like, you get your kid in. Like, my daughter was hooked up to the machines to help her breathe. Like, she couldn't even breathe on her own. It was bad. But my daughter was a few months old, so it was way worse with us. Chrisean Jr., he's a little bit older. So he has built tolerance and his immune system is building. But my daughter was like 3 months, 4 months, and she got sick after we took her to one of her first checkups. Right after that, she, yes, sick as a dog. Like the following day, she was already like really warm later on at night. And when we woke up, it was bad. Like I was like, oh wow, okay, yeah. Then we took her right and we were there for days in the hospital. So Chrisean giving him cold medicine, but which is over the counter. I mean, you can walk in and the same thing with flu shots. Did she just walk into a CVS or Walgreens because she's scared of CPS finding her, being alerted while at the doctor's office? Because they do that. They do that. Uh-huh. So she's like scared to take him in? That's what's given to me. It's like, did you take him into a CVS or Walmart knowing that this baby was sick and try to get a flu shot because you thought it was gonna make him feel better? Is that what you did? Because I mean, a doctor wouldn't give a sick kid a flu shot, but a pharmacist might. A pharmacist, whole other story. But a doctor, yeah, I highly doubt they're gonna give your kid a flu shot while sick. Highly doubt that, right? So, and we're also gonna do a call and we're gonna open up the line. Rather you call in to cuss me out, or rather you call in because you have information, rather you're a nurse or had experience as a parent with this, or as an aunt or uncle or older brother or sister. I would love to hear from you and I would love to hear your thoughts. But let's pull up. Actually, are we?
Okay.
Listen to his breathing.
That should get rid of his cough. One thing about this medicine, it's good instantly. But then like you have to keep giving it to him every couple hours. Okay. That should get rid of his cough. One thing about this medicine, it's good instantly. But then like you have to keep giving it to him every couple hours. See, he coughed it all up. Good boy. Give me that.
Do you hear that?
Yeah.
Oh my God, I gotta move this light. Chrisean Jr. does not know how to swallow. The only thing Chrisean Jr. is comfortable swallowing is what he's always known his whole life, which is milk. That's all he knows. So taking medicine and stuff like that, it's not going to be easy for him to swallow it when he's really not used to swallowing anything besides milk. Due to what his alleged diagnoses are from the doc's medical paperwork, he has trouble swallowing. This is why Chrisean says that she does not feed him. Why people like Bino and others were like, she don't feed him. I be telling her to feed him, and she be like, he don't like it. Well, he don't like it because he don't know how. Like he has to be taught. It's not going to come naturally due to him having disabilities, due to he has special needs, and those needs need to be being met. So again, when you hear this sound, some people say that he's throwing up. I think that he's spitting out the medicine is what I think he's doing. I think that's what the sound is. The phlegm trying to come up because she's trying to shove medicine down phlegm. Phlegm comes out of the throat and the nostrils. It's not just coming out of the nostrils, being congested. Kids are usually congested in both. So it sounds like to me, like, because she shows the medicine in the tube, this blue medicine. It looks like a Tylenol or, something like that. And it seems she tries to give it to him, and he doesn't start making the sound until she puts the syringe in his mouth. So I think it's hard for him to digest it with all the that phlegm coming up. Because when kids are really sick, when anyone's really sick, you really don't feel like eating. And he still drinks from a bottle. He still eats from a bottle. Fact. So when people trying to go around like we acting like we know everything and all that, no, we can go off of what we see. What we see, he's still in diapers on his way to 3 years old, and he's still drinking from a bottle on his way to 3 years old. He does not eat full meals. No, he does not. I do think at times he puts food in his mouth, but I do not think he's digesting it properly. I don't. I feel like that's why when she's out to eat, she can sit there and eat an entire meal. Because if you're feeding a kid, you can't really enjoy the meal because you're going to be constantly, whether you're chewing food up to give it to him or like whatever, like you're going to be busy, doing that. She'll sit there and eat a whole meal on camera while he's sitting right next to her. No, he cannot walk at all. Junior has never taken a step in his life. Fact. It would be weird for her to show him allegedly standing by himself, but not walking by himself. We've never seen any footage of him walking because he simply cannot. Junior has a club foot, both feet from where the seam are clubbed. So he's not going to be able to walk until he at least gets that corrected. She has to start there. Please hit the like. Please hit the like. Over 700 people in the building. Please hit the like. So this is like dangerous. This is neglect on a different level. And because Chrisean is likable, people want to overlook what this child is truly going through. Like, that's not okay. It's not. This is why it's an Amber Alert for him, because she said he had a doctor's appointment today. I would like to know that he at least went to the doctor's appointment. Because, again, listen to this poor baby breathing. Like, listen, it's crazy.
Good boy.
She's going to show the medicine.
Oh, okay.
Hello.
Oh, okay. That should get rid of his cough. One thing about this medicine, it's good instantly. But then, like, you have to keep giving it to him every couple hours. See, he just coughed it all up. Good boy. Give me that. Good boy. Yeah. Good boy.
See, that sound scares me because it's like she's saying he's getting up the phlegm. Is it the phlegm or is it the medicine? Is it the medicine? Yes, someone in the chat said he needs antibiotics. It definitely sounds like he needs antibiotics. And you don't have to be a doctor to hear how badly congested he is and that he needs assistance. Antibiotics assist. It helps get the inflammation. It helps with all of that. It helps get all of that out. Because a lot of kids can't do it on their own, especially Chrisean Jr. Like, he can't do it on his own. He can't, like, listen to his poor breathing.
Okay. You're doing good. You got all that phlegm up.
It sounds like he's like gasping. Like gasping for air. And it sounds like he's on his back, which he shouldn't be. Like he shouldn't be on his back at all. And it sounds like he is because how she's looking like down upon him. And it sounds like he's like gasping to breathe. And all that phlegm being inside of you and whatnot, it's hard to breathe. Like when your nose is already congested, or it's hard to get air out of the nose, or you don't feel like there's oxygen going in and out of your nose. And then you're also congested in your throat, as well. And it sounds like he's congested in both, which will make a person think that it's some type of pneumonia or what travels around at this time, which is RSV. So this is you take him in immediately. Like you don't wait. There's nothing to wait on. This is dangerous. He can stop breathing in his sleep, all of that. And it's going to be very difficult for him to fall asleep gasping for air. That he's poor thing gonna be exhausted, you know, trying to sleep when you are like that's how he's breathing, like not up, down, in, out, it's kind of like and then it kind of sounds like at times he stops breathing and then catches his breath, which causes choking. She is homeless from what is gathered. Yes, she is living in her car. All of this is happening in her car. This is her car. She is in her car.
Okay, good. You got it all up. Good. Good boy. And you got it out to those. Ooh, that's double. Listen. Okay. That should get rid of his cough. One thing about this medicine, it's good instantly. But then, like, you have to keep giving it to him every couple hours.
Absolutely not good instantly. Every 4 hours. Poor kid. Hold on. There's more. There's more.
Morning. So, and I'm be honest, I think I don't really like those flu shots because since my son got a flu shot, he gets sick. Is that just me? Or they inject the virus in the baby? I take your socks off. So yeah, I don't like the flu shots. I requested to not. I love the Lord.
No, this is not the time to sing.
Okay.
No, get the baby in. And this is before he's like the congestion really starts coming up. So this is like prior. And he's crying he's in pain. Like nothing's happening. If he's just sitting out there and just bursting out crying, he's in pain. Like he's nonverbal. He's not going to be able to tell you, oh, mommy, my stomach hurts. Mommy, my throat hurts. My chest hurts. Like, he's not going to be able to tell you. He's not going to be able to convey that. He's nonverbal. And he's about to be 3 years old. And you singing to, this isn't the time to say, no. Sing on the way to the hospital. And then she wanted me Yahweh, bro, Yahweh. Yahweh into this baby. She want to sing Old MacDonald. And I get this damn baby to the hospital. Ooh. No, y'all, because she started pissing me off.
I'd rather you just be up than like, look, I got him this little, look.
I'm not going to give
him
some antibiotics.
Sick from heaven, bro. He loves mental Bibles, and he loves gospel music to be calmed down. What else you want? Hey, all right. This is what we're going to do. You know how baby just be quiet when the car start moving? Hey, baby, I'm moving. I'm good.
He wants to live. So then she says, you know when a car start moving and the baby get quiet? He's not a baby. He's a toddler. He's not a baby. Car rides don't calm down pneumonia. Car rides don't calm down RSV. Now, it can calm down a fussy baby. One that's just fine, just spoiled. Want to be held. It could calm that down. Yeah, a car ride could put them right to sleep. Yeah, a spoiled baby, not a sick child. We don't take sick children outside. And you live outside with this damn baby. You can't say you got somewhere to go and your son is sick in a car. Your son is sick in a vehicle. But you are telling people you have somewhere to go. You have somewhere to take him. It gives homeless. All of this is happening in a vehicle. You should at least be in a hotel room giving this baby some medicine. He should be somewhere warm, underneath blankets, with medicine in him. And you just laying right next to him at his every beck and call. Like, Amber, because we want to know what if she took this baby to the doctor. She said she was taking him to the doctor. And again, this is what he sounds like. She said that his doctor's appointment was today. Yesterday, she said he had a doctor's appointment today. Hold on. A doctor's appointment today.
You got it out your nose. Ooh, that's double wow. See, this medicine, it clears his, like, everything. Like, he's still coughing it up. Like a big boy, though. Oh, like you got a mucus suction? Yes, I do. Hold on, I just bought one. Don't take no shade, but you want to clean it. Papa. Oh, yeah, we got to get that. So we about to use it. So y'all want to see how it works. So, y'all getting on my nerves. I think y'all want to be nosy, like, in my life. Where is that? One thing about it, I know how AI do. You can show your thermostat. You can show your what's that called? You can show a corner of your house, and you could be able to look it up. I don't like stuff like that. And I'm not like that, but I'm not in LA, where I kind of don't care.
Listen to him in the background.
I care.
Listen to Junior. Listen to Junior.
You okay, Bobby? I got you. It's just
Do you hear that?
You feel me? But this comes off.
It's like, can he even breathe? Ain't no way in the world. And she just talking. Hello? Do you not hear what's going on in backseat? Yeah, she took him to church so the pastor can lie. Instead of taking this baby to the hospital, this how I know she ain't taking him to the hospital. This how you know she ain't taking him to the hospital. This how you know.
Oh my God. Woo, Jesus. Show yourself mightily in this situation. Do you all realize the millions of people who are watching this baby, this boy? Do you understand? They and to see total restoration of both of them in every area. Oh my God, in Jesus' name. Olabashi came in. You got an amazing covering. You got an amazing covering. Yes, you are.
Yahweh, is she serious?
Yes, you are. Receive that. Amazing. And devil, I command you to get your filthy hands off of this woman of God's life. In the name of Jesus.
Look at her.
And I command that your body, his body, line up with the word of God from the top of your heads to the soles of your feet. Yeah, Jesus. the name of Jesus, be healed. Now.
So she took him up to the church to get everybody sick, or what? She takes him to church instead of the hospital. What is she saying? Yahweh, 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 Yahweh. I think you never know with the slow. You never know. So yeah. She takes him to church. Not the hospital. Church. I get prayer is powerful. I get it. I get it. But they can pray for him at the hospital. The pastor could come up to the hospital. They do it all the time. Our pastor, God rest his soul, God, Reverend McAfee, an amazing pastor. He came and prayed over my daughter. He came to the hospital and prayed over my daughter. Okay, we didn't take her to church. We took her to the hospital. Yeah. And my mom, being the super duper Christian that she is, had everybody at the church come pray over my baby. No exaggeration. The deacons, all of that. Okay. But my baby, she got out the hospital. So prayer works. It does. Okay. But y'all, hospital first. Because she's still in this car with this baby. Hold on, she's still in this car. I'm like, hold on, let me pull this up. Hold on. Oh, his music playing. A friend called a friend that's a nurse that works at a pediatric hospital and asked, and they had her listen to Chrisean Jr., and this is what she had to say. Hold on.
It's a pediatric So I sent this video to my homegirl who is a pediatric registered nurse. And I asked her specifically, I said, friend, I said, doesn't it sound like RSV? Sent her the video. She said, absolutely, that sounds like RSV. And the only reason why I know about RSV is because my grandson had it when he was 1 year old, way back in 2017. He almost died, y'all. My baby almost died. He was so sick and so ill. Let me see if I can insert a picture if I still have that picture. He was so sick. Look how big his little head was. I almost cried looking at this picture, but he was so sick. Now, this is what he looked like when he was healthy compared to that. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like, Chrisean, enough is enough. Somebody needs to do something and get that baby and give him the treatment that he needs. Fake cough on and off. Like, it go away.
People have been calling CPS on Chrisean all day long, okay? RSV is a respiratory virus that attacks more so of adolescents. And it's so deadly. The babies get so sick because I'm not gonna say that it will like end the person's life, but if not cared properly, you can die. You can. It's true. It's a really bad pneumonia for kids, ones that don't truly have an immune system yet. And it's easy to get, it's extremely contagious, and you can pass, like adults especially can pass it to children quickly. And once it starts to get them, it gets them like right away. It's a quick pneumonia too. It's not one that takes time to build. Like sometimes pneumonia can sit in your body for a few days before your body even starts reacting to it. Not RSV. It's pretty much just like right away, like boom, you're up 1 minute and then it's just like they're down, and it's common in children. So it's nothing to play with. It isn't. It isn't. It's a winter thing. I mean, I'm sure it can happen throughout other times of the year as well. But in winter, it's really big because of the weather change and it being a lot colder outside. So it's important to keep like a baby bundled up and not outside. If it's like winter, you want to try to keep them warm as possible. But it's super contagious, so it's easy to get for Junior. Just being around somebody, he could have got it from one of Nikki's kids, or from Nikki, or being at the gym or the grocery store. Like, I mean, it's super quick to get, just walking past a baby and a kid in a grocery store accidentally touch the cart. Chrisean touches the same cart or grabs a cart that somebody just, did she touch her son? That boom, he got it. Now, because Chrisean looked like she don't wash her hands. But yeah, and she live in a car. So yeah, that is what RSV is. It's very dangerous. Hold on, I can pull up the actual definition of it too. I know by experience. As you see, that young lady or the woman who spoke of her grandson that had RSV, he had the breathing tubes. In his nose, it was the same thing with my daughter. She had oxygen, and Chrisean Jr. is already like prescribed oxygen. He already needs it naturally due to his condition. And she had an oxygen tank because Chrisean has really bad asthma as well, right? But she didn't have an oxygen tank. She doesn't need an oxygen tank. She said that the oxygen tank was her. No, the baby did not pass away. That's gross. That's gross. She's at the hospital now. Good. Look at us. Hold on. I need verification. Hold on. I need verification. Let me go look. Where you see that she in the hospital on her story? Okay. Hold on. Hold on.
If it's your birthday, make some noise.
Hold on. This her being at the hospital? Hold on. Next one. There we go.
Hey, baby. If it's your birthday, make some noise.
Hold on.
Hey, baby.
Okay, so it's mighty weird that we've been live for 43 minutes. She posted this picture about an hour ago. Is she watching or is she watching? I'm not going to say she's watching, but now I know people are going to call CPS up there. Now y'all saying what hospital? Good question. But is this even a current post? Is this even a current post? Is this the post from another time? But I do think I think it's mighty weird that we live and you're putting APBs out, Amber Alerts, and all of a sudden y'all saying that's old, right? Because I didn't hear Chrisean Jr. and honestly, how he was breathing, I feel like we would have heard it. I feel like we would have heard him, and there's no way that they're not admitting him. I don't see her just bringing him in and then just letting him go. Like, I don't see them discharging him. He sounds really bad. And children, I mean, again, this is what he sounds like. I'm still not convinced. I'm still not convinced. I'm really not. And that was a really quick video. We did not hear nor see Chrisean Jr. in the video. Yeah, hold on. I'm still not convinced. Still not.
I'll call you later. Everybody that keep talking about the baby, he is fine. I already took him.
Listen.
Bless you. I'll call you later. Everybody that keep talking about the baby, he is fine. I already took him. I already got medicine. I take him back tomorrow.
So if he sound like that, and she said that he's okay. She said that she was bringing him in today. Hold on, because she said this yesterday.
It's fine. I already took him. I already got medicine. I take him back tomorrow. But they said it's normal because...
This is what makes me think she's lying. There's no way you took that baby in sounding like that and they told you to here go take some, give him some cough syrup. I feel like she's lying. I don't feel like she's telling the truth. I'm not a doctor and I would want to keep him in the hospital. There's no way you bringing this poor baby in sounding like that, or poor kid, because he's not a baby. You're not bringing this little boy in there. And they just like, okay, give him some Motrin every 4 hours. No. It's not happening. And we did not hear him in that clip. His breathing is hard to miss.
I guess the flu shot, like, you know how you get with some things.
Junior does not have bed sores because he's never in a bed. Junior has stroller sores, sweetie. Yeah, I saw you in the chat. Yeah, no, Junior has stroller sores. Why he itches all the time. Have you ever seen videos of Junior itching and scratching behind him and whatnot all the time? Oh, not floor sores. Yes, stroller sores. That's what they're from because he's always in a stroller. When a person has bed sores, it's because they're always in the bed. He's never in a bed. He's always in a what? Stroller. That's why he's always scratching his back because that's where his back be, bent up against the stroller. So that I'm not making a joke out of it. I'm not trying to be funny or anything like that. No, literally, like there's stroller sores, like from him constantly laying in that stroller. I'm not trying to be funny. That's true. The poor guy is always in that damn stroller. Floor sores too, because he's always trying to scoot, and stuff like that. But he has a difficult time with his mobility. So I think it's a bit of both. And I also think diaper rash. He's about to be 3 years old and still wears diapers. And I say that because he can be potty trained. He could. If he got his feet and everything taken together, orthopedic, getting to the proper therapies, body physical therapies, he will be just fine. There are plenty of kids that have the diagnosis that we saw on that discharge paperwork from the hospital that learn to walk, talk, use the restroom, eat, all of those things. Mm-hmm. Shout out to Marcella over on TikTok. Her son is thriving. He's potty trained for the most part, all that good stuff. Like he does really well. Chrisean Jr. could be doing the same thing. He could be thriving. That poor kid doesn't even have a bedroom. He don't even have a bed. He's catching RSV from sleeping in cars. Why wouldn't he get sick sleeping outside? Eventually, you're going to shut the car off. You leave the car on all night, it's going to, run out of gas, what I'm saying. So to fall asleep, because once you sleep, you sleep. So you wake up, whether it's from coldness, all of that. It's the winter. So it's a high probability, I think he got sick sleeping in that car. It gets colder. The later it gets, the colder it gets. And then it starts to warm up the earlier it gets. It starts to warm up. But still, I think because she thinks that she stays in a warmer area, like in California and whatnot, because it doesn't necessarily snow there and stuff like that, that it's not winter. It is. She's always transporting that kid around in like sweat outfit. So when he needs on a coat, he needs to be being protected. He needs to for his chest and all of that stuff from the cold, and whatnot. Some days are way colder. I've been in California in the winter. The last time I was out there, shout out to the Fisher King Pain, I was cold. Like, I'm glad I brought my coat. Like, it was freezing. I was like, wow, that's like really cold. I was shocked. I was very much shocked. Coco, from what I know, CPS has been being called all day long. All day long. And I'm not negating anybody from calling CPS. I'm not necessarily encouraging it, but I'm not telling anyone to not call at this point. At this point. I mean, look at what she's doing. Look.
Bless you.
Listen to that baby.
Everybody that keep talking about the baby, he is fine. I already took him. Already got medicine. I take him back tomorrow. But they said it's normal because of, I guess, the
people are saying don't call CPS. Hold on. Shut up, Chrisean. People are saying don't call CPS. Who are people supposed to call? Who? You can't call anybody in her family. Who are we supposed to call? Who? Who? And the police are going to contact CPS. Correct. The police are CPS. I mean, they're the same thing. They're the same thing. If the police come and remove a child, where do you think they're going to put them to? Who do you think they call? An orphanage? That's what CPS is. An orphanage. Okay. Calling CPS does not mean that Junior will be thrown in the system. If people really care about Junior, they will contact the family first. The family clearly don't want that baby. They don't want him. They don't want him. They don't want him. Of course they're going to say that. Those are words. Wanting him is a physical thing, not a verbal. Not a verbal. Because none of us can get Junior. But none of the people that actually take care of him and make sure he was good, we have no access to that child. And we're not creeps. So we're not about to go follow her around and then steal him. And we're not going to, that's weird and illegal. We can't do that. Okay? Why encourage him to stay with somebody for him? The boy sounds like he is gasping for air, clinging onto life. That's what that sounds like. That's why it's scary to hear a child breathe that way. And what's even scarier is to hear the mom say this.
Bless you. Everybody that keep talking about the baby, he is fine. I already took him. Already got medicine. I take him back tomorrow.
Are y'all okay? She said, because everyone in the chat is clearly concerned. Y'all take this as us trying to bash Chrisean, as us trying to rip a son from a mother. I honestly do feel in her own twisted way, Chrisean loves this boy. I do. I do. But some people don't love is not enough. It's not enough. It's not. It's just bigger than love. She's taking this poor kid to churches before she's taking him to the hospital. That's not okay. For her to sit here and hear his breathing, how we hear his breathing, And because he is still alive, she's saying he's okay. Like, he's still alive. My baby's fine. He's still alive. That's what it's given. Because what we hear is alarm. What we hear is get him to the hospital.
But they said it's normal because of, I guess, the flu shot. Like, you know how you get what's some things? Vaccines. They like it goes away in like 48 hours.
Yeah, she said he has a fake cough. It's like, do you want something to happen to him? Like, did you come live just in case something do happen? It's like, see, I heard he was sick. It was the flu shot.
But I don't know. He been having this little fake cough on and off. Like, it go away and come back. And right now he's just... No, he don't have a fever.
How could he not? And touching him is not going to determine that. Yeah, sometimes the kid can be burning up to the touch, and it's like, oh wow, ooh, you warm. Let me take your temperature. And then sometimes their skin can just be warm, and you take their temp, and it's still high. So touching does not always tell, because she touches him and says, no, he doesn't have a fever. You don't know that. You don't know that. And listen to him breathing. Sounds like a temp may come with what is going on over there. And mind you, all of this is happening in a car. In the cold. Even having the heat on in your car, you still in the cold, bruh. You still outside, bruh. And then being in a car, having your heat on, eventually you're going to get hot. So you're going to turn it off. And you don't want to temp that high with the baby already possibly running a fever. Like, that can make it worse. That can make his temp go up even higher, being hot. Sweat it out means sweat it out naturally. So it's like, and y'all saying in Baltimore, but she is driving cross country in the car with a kid with basically RSV. Because she's coming from Cali to Baltimore. Like, she coming from the where the East Coast, West Coast, like she everywhere in that car. She everywhere. She was just in Florida not too long ago, like, and she's traveling with this kid in the car with her. It's colder in Baltimore than it is in California. He got sick in California. And she's traveling with him that sick. She is driving. That's why she's still in the car. How y'all think the car getting there? She's driving it. She driving it. And the boy in the car while all of this is going on, so he sleeps outside, sleeping in that car all day, all night, in and out of that car. He sleep. He live in a car. She live in a car. And then you got him this sick, and she's saying he's fine.
He doesn't have a fever. It's funny how y'all over there trying to diagnose my child. He is okay. Pray for his...
What kind of car is it? Hold on, I'm going to show you. Oh. That one. Can I pause? But this car right here, it's like a BMW, I think, or a Tesla. No, I think it's a BMW. It's a smaller one though. And then she be in the silver car is the rental. The silver, because she be in a silver car too. That's the one that she be living outside of. Oh no, the silver car is her car. I think the BMW is a rental. This BMW was a rental. Because she drives like a silver car. But it's small. It's a smaller vehicle. What Porsche should be dressed? A Porsche? Or that was a Porsche. I thought that the baby. I thought about the baby today. What happened? Allegedly, Chrisean is over here trying to make it seem like she took Chrisean Jr. into the hospital. And let's pull that back up. Y'all can see it. God.
Hey, baby. If it's your birthday, make some noise.
See, you don't hear Chrisean Jr. at all. That's why I'm not buying that she took him to the doctor. I feel like she's just posting this. It was the time she went, or it's just not given that this is right now. It's not given that. It's not given that this is right now. It's not. It's given I'm live and a couple other people live. And sudden she's putting a fake post of her going to the doctor after she just said yesterday, with her son being this sick, that he was fine.
Everybody that keep talking about the baby, he is fine. I already took him. Already got medicine. I take him back tomorrow. But they said it's normal because of, I guess, the flu shot. Like, you know how you get with some things.
Do y'all hear him?
Vaccines. It goes away in like 48 hours. But I don't know. He been having this little fake cough on and off. Like, it go away and come back.
She said his cough is fake. Do you hear his lungs?
And right now he just... No, he don't have a fever. He doesn't have a fever. It's funny how y'all over there trying to diagnose my child.
Nobody's trying to diagnose him. You can clearly hear that he needs help.
What's wrong with my baby? Dang, I'm about to just give him some more medicine already.
Listen.
What's wrong with my baby?
She get mad.
What's wrong with my baby? Dang. What's wrong with my baby? Dang.
She gets mad at the audience because the audience is, we hear him breathing. That sounds scary. Is he okay? Is he running a fever? You're like, girl, that don't sound good. Ain't nothing wrong with my baby, bro. You can clearly hear something wrong with her baby. But she is yelling. This is what convinces me she doesn't have any intention of taking him in. She don't have any intention. You like this, you say, ain't nothing wrong with my baby, da-da-da. I just gave him some medicine. I'm about to give him some more. But why would I think you're going to take that baby to the hospital? When you already afraid because you know CPS is around every corner. Like, whether she's afraid or not, she should still take him in. Because even if she does take him in, it doesn't mean that he still don't need to be removed from her, because it shouldn't take all of this. And I believe that Junior is in the hospital when she proves that he is admitted. Because in a hospital on this planet, with a child coming in sounding like this,
everybody that keep talking about the baby, he is fine.
they're not sending him home. They're not.
Let me see. Is it in your butt?
When she's asking him, is it under his butt? He's scratching. This is the scratching everybody sees, and I can show you. Junior is always scratching. He's always reaching into his diaper. So I don't know if it's stroller burn or stroller sores, diaper rash. He's always scratching around his diaper area. Always digging in the back of his diaper. You know, all of that is like, what is going on? Because I'll be wondering that too. Like, what up, baby? He always scratching. Like, what is he scratching at? Like, you know? When someone sent the super sticker, I hate missing them. I'll be feeling bad because I know and this chat is popping. Shout out to all of y'all. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Shout out to Tracy. She says, if that was anyone else, we would be under the jail. She is the devil. Thank you so much for the super sticker, sweetheart. And I agree. It's like, how do you hear your child sound like that and you do nothing? Yes, it does sound like a respiratory infection. It does sound like that. But she says that he's fine. She says that he's fine. But in the clip, he's like, you can't see him, but I'm assuming that's what she's talking about because he scratches all the time. And I can show y'all that too.
Let me see. Is it? Is it? No, not your butt.
Talking about his butt.
It's not your butt.
She says it's not your butt. It's not your butt. So I feel like that is irritating him, but he's also really sick. So it's like poor kid just going through. You know, poor kid. He just sounds like he's going through. It's okay, baby. Please hit the like. Over 1,600 people in the building. 676 likes. Thank y'all so much for double tapping that screen. But please keep double tap, double tap, double tap, double tap. Yeah, I don't know if it's a rash. It says rash, just pitiful. Yeah, he would have to be examined. But yeah, I feel really bad for the poor guy. He is always scratching. He is.
I'm right here, Chrisean. Alive. The Lord. It's okay. He heard my cry. Yeah. You don't feel good. Yo, he gonna go to the doctors tomorrow. And pity.
What's irritating is she's saying he'll go tomorrow. He needs to go right away. This is what makes me think that you're not going to take him, or that you ain't going to take him at all, because that's not something that you wait on with him sounding like that. What you mean tomorrow? Right now. Take him to the doctor. I'll even get people to hold off on calling CPS on you. Just take him in. Like, it's not worth something happening to him. Him stopping breathing and, like, no, what do you mean an appointment? You call any nurse or any doctor and get them on the phone and let them hear his breathing, they're going to tell you to bring him into an urgent care immediately. They're going to say, yeah, bring him in. We need to see him for ourselves. We need to see his condition. We need to hear his breathing, watch his chest, maybe get an x-ray of his chest and what. We bring him in. They're not going to tell you, oh, yeah, we'll just make an appointment. Hearing this?
Every grown as I live. You feel better? It's okay. Mommy right here, Bubba. I just wanted a few seconds so I could tell TikTok. Chrisean, let me see. Is it in your butt? Let me see. Is it?
So that's some scratching. Hold on, I have a video of that too.
This morning too. I used it. I cleaned it though. I put it back in this
We bought
safe. Y'all know what this is? It is. See, I sterilized it. Yeah. This is the cap. See? Okay. Whatever. I'm about to show you something. This sucks the boogies out. One thing about it, I like only using this when I'm at the house. I grabbed it just in case I leave the house for too long. You know what I'm saying? Because
you're just letting us know. You're just letting us know you live in the car. Because if you use that only at the house, then shouldn't it be at the house? What house? What house? What are you talking about? Excuse it? Oh, I'll leave the other ones at the house. What house? And he need to go to the doctor. Yeah, that'll help. But he need antibiotics inside of him immediately. That ain't gonna do nothing, sweetie. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. That ain't gonna do nothing. You're gonna be doing that every 5 minutes. Yeah. And you said it like this is new. And he not a baby. Those are for babies. How much going to show him? Like 25, 26? Something like that? Yeah, I don't get all the lies either. See, what I'm going to say is, why the lies? I don't understand. I don't either. I don't understand. Oh, yeah, I will keep covering the Tony. Don't worry about that. Oh, trust. She will be 26 in March. Yes, okay. Yeah, I figured she was around that. Approaching 30 doing all this is crazy. Right, she needs to go to the ER. Agreed. That baby is sick. So much sick. Hold on. She told us don't worry about her baby. She said her baby is not sick.
You got it out your nose. Ooh, that's double wow. See, this medicine, it clears his like everything. Like he's still coughing it up. Like a big boy though. Oh, like you got a mucus suction? Yes, I do. Hold on, I just bought one. I don't see no shade, but you want to clean it. Papa. Oh yeah, we gotta get that. So we about to use it. So y'all want to see how it works? So y'all getting on my nerves. I think y'all want to be nosy, like in my life. Where is that? One thing about it, I know how AI do. You can show your thermostat. You can show your what's that called? You can show a corner of your house and you could be able to look it up. I don't like stuff like that. And I'm not like that, but I'm not in LA where I kind of don't care. Yada yada yada. I'm in Baltimore. I care. Not Baltimore, but I'm in Maryland. Like, you feel me? You okay, Bobby? I got you. It's just being contaminated. You feel me? But this comes off. You can boil it. Child, I take it in 3 pieces, like, and this is where all the snot go. But then I get extra out. I take the battery. Y'all don't even want to know what I do, but I do the most because it's one thing about these products. You could use them, but they have to be clean. So then you do this. You turn it on. You push it's a light, and then you push this, and it it sucks. The book, he don't really like it because it's weird. Oh look, he's smiling. He said, "Go get that out my nose." Okay, look, baby. Chrisean, please look. And the only reason why I ate in my car, because if I was in Carolina chicken eating my food, all they gonna do is be in my business expert. Bitch, I can't even sit and eat in peace. Y'all don't even know. Y'all be trying to play with me for real. Like a girl can't sit in her car. Like,
Poor kid.
Chrisean, ain't no way, baby. What? And I can't wait to show y'all what I've been working on though. Like, okay. I don't know if you can see it, but
I feel so bad.
It's not that much. He don't like it. Can you see it though? It's not. You see it? You see it?
Give me the
You see it? So you suck it out. This look. So Papa,
so sad.
I'm right here, man. Okay, he ate 1 string bean, 2 spoons of broccoli, a little bit of salmon. He wasn't that hungry.
Poor guy.
Did you just poop in? Did y'all hear that? Oh, that's why he's whining. Okay, I gave him medicine. Y'all need to.
It's not whining. He can't breathe.
Y'all need to stop. I'm finna change him. Come on, let's go to church. After this, we're going to church. I'm putting him in his car seat. We're going to drive to church. I went to Carolina Chicken.
She did this first. So she in the car giving live reviews of Booger Suckers. She's not even being paid for free. And then she says, we're going to go to church. I love the Lord and everything, but girl.
Everything was good. A1. The haul that I was supposed to do, open up the P.O. box. Oh, child.
Crazy.
It's not cold in here. I don't know what y'all talking about. I have the heat on. That's crazy.
See what I'm saying? By her living in the car. Oh, it's not cold in her. I have the heat on. It's different from being in an apartment or a house or a trailer and whatnot, having a heat on. You're in a vehicle outside. You're still outside. You're still in the cold. Cars aren't insulated, not like you can't. They're not livable. You're not supposed to live in a car with a special needs kid at that. Like, wow.
See the steam? I mean, it's hot in here. Y'all just be saying anything. Why are y'all so hateful in here? Like, for real, I'm doing the PO reveal, like the haul. Chrisean, I don't want you grabbing your poop. Like, chill. I'm done. I'm done, Papa. I'm done, baby. I the Lord. He heard my cry. You hear him clear up though? He stopped coughing. Now he's just whining, but
Whining. She says this is whining. Listen to him breathe. Listen.
the Lord. He heard my cry. You hear him clear up though? He stopped coughing. Now he's just whining, but
whining.
all babies whine.
He's but not a baby. I mean, it's crazy. This poor kid is 3 years old and you're changing his diaper right now. He could be potty training. He could. But he got 2 club feet that need to be worked out first before he can even. Him, poor kid, don't even know how to crawl. Wow. Moms, if y'all can drop the call in, we'd love to hear y'all thoughts. Nurses to the front. Mods, if y'all can drop the phone number for the call in. We'd love to hear from y'all. What do y'all think of this? Do y'all think Chrisean really took him to the doctor? Do y'all think she's going to take him to the doctor? Do you think Chrisean is enjoying this poor baby going through what he is going through? Because that's what it gives. It gives that she gets some type of excitement out of watching him be in pain. Because who sits around and listens to their child gasp for air and say that they are whining? Who lies and say that they took their kids to the doctor when you can just take your kids to the doctor? Like, wow, that is crazy work. Wow. Yes, he is wheezing. Correct. Star Child, wheezing. Yes, Amy says this is sadistic. Yes, she's very sadistic. Sadistic One Monster Honeybell says that the real boss lady says that RSV is contagious. It is. Really easy to get to and really easy to pass off to other people. And she don't even care. She think he just got like a little, I guess like a little head cold. Like, it is that's what it's giving. Blue is not the father. Ronnie is. From what we gather, yeah. That is very much true. Yes, Junior is suffering every day. I don't think Junior has ever had a day of peace. I don't think Junior has ever had a day of peace. Honestly. I don't think yet. Miss C dropped the call in. For anyone that would like to call in, I would love to hear y'all thoughts. Just a little cold with a fake cough. Right. Yes. Yeah, right. That's how she's acting, Yasmin. Like he just has a little chest cold. And it's like, no, that is bad. That is really bad. That's the type of, you get him in immediately. You waste no time. You know, who says never in this life has he known peace? No, not even before. Not even before. His whole life has been like hell. Poor guy. Well, did it clear up? No. From what I know, he's still just as sick. Just as sick. I'll look on her IG again and see if there's any updates. Because I don't believe that she took him to the doctor. I really don't. Same thing. Same thing, yeah. I do not believe that she took him to the doctor. This kid is almost 3 years old and he can't crawl. He can't walk. He does not talk. He cannot eat. Yeah. He still drinks a bottle. A bottle. There's no way in the world he should still be drinking out of a bottle. No. He should be drinking out of a sippy cup at least, and being able to drink out of a cup even if someone has to help him hold it. He should still be drinking out of a cup. He shouldn't be drinking out of a bottle. But I don't feel like he can drink out of a cup because he has trouble swallowing. I think the flow of the bottle helps him drink. I think it's definitely that. The flow of the bottle, he's used to it. He's been doing it since birth. So he was laying in all types of fluids. Yes. So he does lay in all types of fluids. He needs solid foods. He does. Again, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, does she really think that he's just going to be able to survive on milk forever? He's not. And when a child is sick, that's when they're dependent on those type of nutrients. Like they need food. They need meat on their bones because you're not really going to necessarily want to eat while you're sick. So that stored fat, will help you get along. It'll help so that your stomach isn't hurting as bad. But when it's just milk, which evaporates, that's the only thing sitting on your stomach. I'm sure that's why his stomach is hurting really bad, And he's nonverbal. So he can't say, I'm hungry. He can't say, give me some food, because he don't necessarily know how to chew it and swallow it anyway. He doesn't.
Incoming call.
He doesn't. You've never seen Chrisean Jr. chew. I've never seen him chew.
Incoming call.
Anything. Okay.
Accept, press 1. To send a voice.
Thanks for calling the Shine Everywhere Show. You are on the line.
Hello, I just was wondering if I could chime in.
Absolutely. You go right ahead.
Okay, at this point, I've seen her do a lot of bad things, but listening to that baby cry is driving me insane. It's heartbreaking. That baby needs medical assistance today, right now, this moment. On top of the physical therapy and the speech therapy, he needs antibiotics immediately. I don't know what she's going to do, but in her care, that baby life is not going to be long. It's really disturbing at this point that nobody around her circle is telling her nothing.
Wow. I couldn't agree with you more.
I don't know what kind of entourage she has, but they are horrible. Where's the godmother? Where's Marsh? Where's anybody?
Yeah. Do you think that it's people not wanting to be there for Chrisean Jr., or do you feel that she has kind of like burned all her bridges with everybody that has been there for her?
Listen, I don't care if I dislike this lady to the pits of hell. That baby suffering, I could not like her all I want. I would have to intervene to save that child. We all could see this. They're sitting right next to her. And then here's another thing. She got the baby in the car, but she's always putting that baby on a dirty floor, a dirty ground, a dirty surface. He ain't got no blankets, no coats, no sweaters, no hats, no. I've never seen the amount of neglect from a rich person. It ain't like she don't got a couple dollars to grab with the. Listen, at this point, just give them to the aunties and uncles on the internet, because somebody gonna have to do something ASAP. Yeah. He can't breathe. And then the fake narrative. We know you staying in that car. You definitely don't got him bundled up. And on top of that, you shoving medicine down his throat, talking about something. Look at him feeling better. Medicine don't work that way.
Yeah. And I agree with you. She was shoving it down his throat.
Trying to take him out because she's way too comfortable. Like you said, she might get off on torturing him, because I've never seen nothing like this in my life.
Yeah, part of me does think she enjoys it.
Yes, can't find her. Why can't you?
I don't think that CPS can't find her. She just moves around a lot. She does. She never sits in the same place long.
You know what?
Go ahead.
Listen, all the plane rides she's taking, she can't be intercepted in between. If it was anybody else doing this to their child, they would have had them people on our behinds. At the airport, the train station, outside the restaurant. She keeps telling us where she at. She at church. Pick her up at church.
I don't really think that she's staying in these areas. I think that she'll post after she's done. So like when she posted the church footage, I think that she was already gone. You know, she had already left church, and then she puts it up. I really do think that she's running.
I would love to talk to these people in this church, because damnation is real. Y'all not gonna say nothing to her.
No, I agree.
You older people, you OGs, nobody gonna say nothing to her.
Mm-hmm.
And you could do it with respect and love. Yeah. Y'all not gonna. Y'all just gonna sit back and watch and just the baby and pray over him and speak in tongues. That ain't no antibiotics. I'm sorry. It's good, but that ain't what he needs. The poor boy can't even extend his legs. Do you see her? She always shoving his legs in the corner or touching his face or goo. God, she don't even talk to him really. Like, it's crazy.
She does just say.
I feel real bad for him, and I feel like his life is in danger. The way he sounds, and he's still in that car. He ain't got no blankets. He don't got. This is a dangerous game.
100%. Well, I do have a couple other callers, but thank you so much for calling in. I appreciate your call.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, sweetheart. Yes, anybody that can call, anybody calling, you can call private. You absolutely can. Yes, 100%. I encourage you to call private. I encourage you to call private. And when it asks your name, you don't have to say your name. Or you can leave it blank, or you can just say like your YouTube name, whatever your name is on YouTube, or you just can just leave it blank. You don't have to say anything at all. And yes, you can call private. Anyone that wants to call in private, I encourage you to call in private because again, I promise I won't call y'all. I don't want y'all phone numbers and stuff like that, either. But yeah. So if you would like to call in private, no, not a problem, not a problem at all. So yes. Okay, I had a question for y'all. If like the last caller said, shout out to the last caller, was talking about her being in church and her going to church and the church goers not doing them like the OGs and stuff like that. If y'all were at that church or knew that Chrisean went to church with y'all and y'all seen Chrisean walk in with baby Chrisean or Chrisean Jr., what would y'all do? What would y'all do?
Incoming call.
Would you like approach her or would you call the police? Would you call CPS? Like what would you actually do?
To accept, press 1. To send a voicemail, press.
Hello, caller. You are on the air. Thanks for calling into the Shine Everywhere Show.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi. I just want to give my portion on this Chrisean situation.
Yeah, you go right ahead.
Let me tell you something. Once she discovered that baby wasn't Blueface, he was doomed. This is just a classic tale of rejection. She got pregnant by the wrong man. She didn't want that baby from the beginning. I told people she was too immature to have a child. I got cursed out online. This girl was drinking and smoking the whole entire time. Nobody told her that she was doing the wrong thing. So then he came, and her friends are evil. All these celebrities and stuff that she cool with, Black China, Nikki Baby, all these people are evil. Y'all just sit by and let this girl abuse this little boy. I have never seen no stuff like this in my life. Like, I'm trying real hard to control my emotions because it's no longer funny. It's no longer content. This is a serious situation.
Yeah.
Somebody needs to come get him. What does it take?
When you said that she got pregnant by the wrong person, do you feel like Chrisean lost interest in having Chrisean Jr. after Blueface got out and just kind of paid her dust?
Absolutely, because she was trying to get herself in position because of Jaden.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Jaden already had children and stuff with Blueface. She was competing with that situation. But the problem is you can't be sleeping with multiple people and then expect a certain outcome. You're going to get a different product. That's obviously Ronnie Doe's son, the only person that loves him. Besides the people on the internet that's praying every day for his safety and care. Ronnie is the only person that really cared for him. And I don't care what nobody says. He is gone from this world.
Yeah.
And we got a little boy full of phlegm, rash on his bottom that he's had for months. Chastity said he had a rash on his bottom months ago. Mm-hmm. If y'all don't recall, he was at Nikki Baby house looking dirty, sweaty in the ball pit. Black circles around his eyes. Ain't no way in hell if I was Nikki. But hey, girl, like you want to use, here goes some extra onesies or something for your boy. You want to give him a hot bath or something. People just sit by and just let this child just suffer. Why? Because he's special needs. He is a human being. What is this world coming to?
I think it's annoying when people say that the people online, like, we don't care. Like, we be watching and we obviously like what we see because we're watching it. No, people are genuinely concerned, about that baby. And it's not just him. I think it would be any child that was being treated like this on a public scale, people would
Any
care. We
child.
can't care about what we don't know. But if we know, then we are going to care. Who would we be if we just sat around and just watched any child be treated like that? Like it's not cool. Now, do I think the outrage that isn't being birthed off of Chrisean having some level of fame? No, I would be being biased if I said that I think that Chrisean Jr. is held at a higher rate of alarm because there's other kids going through things 10 times worse than him.
Absolutely.
But we don't see those kids. So we can't do something about something that we don't know. But with Chrisean Jr., we know, we see it. So who are we to just sit around and not say anything? It's enough people around her not saying anything. And people want to, like Marsh and others, like, oh, well, where are all these people? Her sisters and her aunts and her mom and, blah, blah, blah. I'm sure these people have told her. I don't think these people are. I really don't. I think they kind of just let her do what she wants to do, because when they have tried to give advice, that she's probably like snapped at them or something like that. So that kind of makes the person just like, okay, well, we're just going to let you do your thing. We just going to, it's your kid. It's how I feel. I feel that a lot of them are just like over it and just kind of let her do what she's going to do because she's hard-headed and is going to do it anyway. But it's not going to stop the public from caring. Hearing that baby breathe like that, it's scary. It's a scary thought, seeing something happen before it happens. I don't think people count Chrisean out and want something bad to happen to Chrisean Jr. It's just how she treats him. That's the future. The future can only be something bad happening to him.
I want Chrisean Jr. to get help. I want his mother to get help. I think Chrisean is going through some sort of spiral. I was listening to how she was talking and grinning and smiling when she heard a man talking to her on the phone in that car. I'm telling you, Chrisean had a break. And it's really, I know my kids were like, you care so much about this person on the internet? Yeah, because I see this stuff every day. Every time I turn on my phone, I'm seeing updates and, content creators like you reporting on this stuff. I want this child to get some help. If it was a child in my family or a friend, it'd be the same situation. Like, Chrisean had a mental breakdown. Y'all heard it here first. Chrisean had a mental break, and something is going to happen. I don't know how soon, but I hope before this child transitions, I hope that he can get somewhere safe before the worst thing that could possibly happen happens. Right. Because, and honestly, is it really all that bad? Because going to the Lord would be better than wheezing and coughing and sounding like Darth Vader in a cold car in the middle of Maryland.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much, caller, for calling in. I got some other calls that I'm going to get to, but thank you so much. I really appreciate you. You were wonderful.
You too. Thank you so much, Sean.
No problem. Thank you so much for calling in.
Call from
Yasmin.
To accept, press 1.
Hello, caller. You are on the air. Thanks for calling the Shine Everywhere Show. Thanks for waiting patiently. Thank you.
Thank you, too. My name is Yasmin, and I wanted to be known because I've been leaving messages. We must also remember that Ronnie Doe explained to us that Chrisean had mental issues. So it's not that she actually can be responsible for what she's doing, because she herself was born to a drug-addicted mother. However, what we need to do is call those programs like TMZ to let them know about what's going on so they can contact and get that baby to some help. We calling in and talking about it is okay, but we need to call TMZ. Like, TMZ does not have a problem with showing that she has a contract and she's doing this. They need to emphasize that that baby needs help And if they don't give it to that baby, then we can go against TMZ. We need something larger than what we can do as calling in. Chrisean is mentally ill, and that baby needs help. And we're here to help that baby because we can totally hear that the baby's in trouble. That baby doesn't have a bed. He doesn't have a crib. He doesn't have appliques on the wall. He's not getting the medical attention that he needs. We already see that he's scratching. He's been in that stroller since the beginning, and those that are putting her out there is only for the money. So I say that we should all contact TMZ to let them know and send them copies of how this baby is suffering. And then if they cannot help us, then we'll know that it's only about the money. That's all. That's the only way I can see helping her, because Chrisean is mentally a drug baby herself. She comes from, and so she feels like what she's doing with her baby is fine, because we all know that that baby needs a bed, he needs a doctor, he needs some type of help. And I just can't watch it anymore. I just want to get together and we get a lot of us that contact companies or an organization like TMZ, because they don't have a problem with putting things out there that they want to do to bring money. So let's bring the attention to everyone through TMZ that this child actually needs help.
All right. Anything else?
I watch you all the time. This is my first time calling in. I listen to that baby. I'm a grandmother. So I've raised children, and she's talking about, I took them to the doctor. That baby, you cannot sleep in a car at night because you have to crack the window because the carbon monoxide will kill you. She's driving here and there. Everything is more important than that baby, and those that are sitting around looking to gain financial gain and not helping that baby. You see, she hides his feet. She's covering his face. Why is it a secret? But then again, you cannot look for her to do things as a normal person, because Chrisean herself is a mental patient, because Ronnie told us that she had a problem because she lived with him from the age of 17. And we all know what she did to get rid of Ronnie, because Ronnie wanted to save that baby because she thought that making that baby Blueface's baby, that will continue her with money. So we already know that Chrisean is mentally not there. So we have to step in and help that baby. So I myself, I'm going to contact TMZ, and as many of us that can do that, I think we can help Chrisean Jr.
Okay. Well, I appreciate you calling in. Thank you so much, sweetheart.
Good. Thank you too.
Have a good night. Call right back. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to do that. I don't personally think we need a white savior. I don't think we need to contact TMZ. And I personally don't think that we need to contact Nancy Grace either. They see these stories. They're not interested. They wouldn't be interested unless Nancy Grace wouldn't be interested unless she like left Chrisean in the car for 3 days. You know, like it would need like viral coverage. You know, Nancy Grace picking up on the black stories like Shanquella and you know, the minority stories, the ethnic stories. I think they have to be bigger in order for people like them to care.
Incoming call.
I feel like TMZ would be interested in the story if Chrisean Jr. passed away. I feel that they would be all for it. But I think what we truly need to do as a collective is seriously contact people in Chrisean's family. The ones that one second, caller. Thank you so much for calling in. 1 second. Contact someone in Chrisean's family and see if someone serious that can bring the baby in, because I think that it would be better suited for him to be closer to home, around the people that love and care about him. I don't think that Chrisean's family don't truly care about Chrisean Jr. I think that they don't care about Chrisean. And since Chrisean is attached to him, then he kind of gets the same energy as she does. Overall, I think the family loves him. The majority of them haven't even met him. Honestly, there's sisters that haven't even laid eyes on Chrisean Jr. to dislike him or not want him. I don't think that's the problem. I think Chrisean is the problem. And I think that they have a lot of trauma that have happened in their family. So I think it's hard for Chrisean to leave Chrisean Jr. with anybody based off the stuff that she said about her own family. I do feel like Chrisean does have certain things wrong with her mentally. I'm not a doctor, so I can't determine what that is. I understand that Ronnie said certain things, but Ronnie wasn't a doctor either. So yeah, I feel like Chrisean should be held accountable for the things that she's done and the things that she does. And what's happening to Chrisean Jr. is a sad, sad, sad case. And we need to get in contact with somebody seriously in Baltimore because I feel like that's Chrisean's home. And she's always going to go back there. She's always going to go travel back there. Her church is there, all of that. So I feel that people in Baltimore need to be contacted, sources that can actually intervene. TMZ cannot intervene. Nancy Grace cannot intervene. They can publicize it, but who doesn't? Who's bigger? The hundreds of thousands of content creators that talk about Chrisean on a day-to-day basis, or just TMZ, or just Nancy Grace? You type in Chrisean's name on any search bar, YouTube, IG, TikTok, hundreds of thousands of videos. TMZ would just be one more. So I don't necessarily agree with that. I think people that can intervene are the ones that we need to be talking to. Rather, it's someone at the state of Baltimore, the city of Baltimore, that state. It doesn't even necessarily have to be CPS. It can be child welfare services. People that are attorneys for families that need help getting custody of the children, stuff like that. Like, I feel like that's who we need to contact, not TMZ or Nancy Grace. I just don't feel like, Caller, you are on the line. I'm so sorry. Thank you so much for waiting patiently. Hello.
Thank you so much for what you are doing. May God continue to anoint you. I just have to say this. I don't know whether Chrisean has something going on with her mental. What I do know is that for as much grace as we have tried to grant Chrisean is only up for likes and clicks. We have watched this since the beginning. We know there is something wrong with this child. We cannot blame Blueface or his mother. That man was incarcerated for 2 years. For 2 years, she was the custodial parent. We have watched her suck toes from coast to coast. We have watched her hang out with gangbangers. We have watched her fight everybody she thought she could beat up. But what we have not watched her do is be a solid parent. We have people on the internet who are consistently enabling her. When I hear her talk about a P.O. box for a hall, why are you not talking about a home for you and your child? This is not about judging her. This is about wanting what's best for her as a sister. And we see the struggle. And she continues to go down this same rabbit hole. We saw that child stand up for the first time when this man got out of prison. Imagine that. A man getting out of the penitentiary is the first time we see your child stand up.
Yeah.
And then a week later, we watch you do it. As if you had hit a milestone. It is sad. Again, we have granted her so much grace. This baby needs help.
Yes.
And this has nothing to do with TMZ or Nancy Grace. This child needs to be fixed. Fame is a dangerous drug, and she is high on it. And that's just the truth.
Thanks so much. Well said. I like you.
Yeah, and I hate to rip into her like that. I really do.
You're not ripping into her. You're
But
being
it's
honest.
sad.
You're being honest. I think this is the issue when it comes to her. Is, again, Chrisean to me is a likable person. Like, regardless of people not feeling her personality or feeling like she's trifling, or ghetto, or like however they want to put it, she is still likable. She wouldn't have got this far if she wasn't a likable person.
Mhm.
And I think people
Yeah.
don't want to come down on her, because even me, like, I be feeling the same way. Like, I be feeling like I do feel in her own twisted way, I do think she loves him. I do. Like, I would be lying if I said I don't think she loves him. She just don't love him how I would. I will make sure that he is okay. I will make sure that he has the therapists and stuff that he needs. I will be trying to get him to speak. I will be trying to get his feet taken care of. I'll be trying to get him to walk. So that's my love. My love is just different. That's not hers. She doesn't view that as love. She views as love in kissing him and having him kiss her, and having him say little mama, little syllables and not full sentence like that. That's her way. Singing to him, taking him to church, and that's her way of loving him.
Yes, I agree. And I think the disturbing part about it is that you have so many other people around you, so many other mothers around you. We don't have to like Nikki or Black China. Decent mothers for the most part, though. So the fact that you are not following their lead, but you have no problem following them on this social media journey, that's the part that is a little disturbing. I wish that baby well. This child does not deserve the ridicule that he received. Yeah. On the same token, this is not a baby. We are talking about a toddler. Yeah. And what is so trippy about the internet, if this was your sister or your cousin, you would bless her out every day. Every day. But we grant her so much room. And it's like, baby girl, take the help. You're mad at these people on your live. You have put these people in your business. These people never asked to see this baby. You have continuously put this child in the mix. And now you get all of this unwanted attention and you're mad at everybody else. Be mad with yourself.
Right.
It's not that she does not love that child. I think that Chrisean needs to figure out how to love herself.
Yeah.
Because until she can figure out how to love herself, everybody else can hang it up, including that baby. And it's a sad fact.
I agree. Do you think she needs to keep him off live? One in the chat said keep him off live. Honestly, I'm glad she keeps him on live because then I get to know like he's okay. I would be honestly afraid if she didn't have him online. Look at what he's going through right now and him being that sick. And she's saying he's fine. We're hearing him in the background struggling to breathe. And she's telling us to our face that he is fine. So imagine if he wasn't on camera and someone was to ask her, like, hey, Chrisean, how's Chrisean Jr. doing? And she says, he's fine.
I get it. I do. I think the part for me is the ridicule. She seems to be so off-put when people say something. Mm-hmm. You're putting yourself in this position. And this started with her and Blueface. Everything has to be done for $1. Everything has to be done for somebody to see. All money ain't good money. Right. I wish this young lady the best. I really do, understanding where she came from. But now to watch this child out there, come on, y'all. It's so many good parents that can't have children.
Absolutely.
And now you're looking at somebody and every day you're in absolute disbelief because we can all see there's something wrong with this baby. I could care less about you living at Ray J's house or you posted up with Nikki. Get a place for you and your child. Have a safety net for him because that's what that child deserves. We don't need that. Show us clips of him in rehab. If that's really what you want to do, show off that stuff.
Right. Because
that's what's going to bring you all of the positive attention. That's what gives you endorsements in what you're doing. The rest of this is for the birds. It's for likes and clicks. And that's just my opinion. And hey, thank you for what you're doing and shedding a light on this.
No, absolutely. That's why it's weird when people like these weirdos in the chat that be saying stuff like, oh, you're doing this for clout and da-da-da. You want her to show him on lives because you're getting paid off of it. I could just come on here and bash Chrisean. I could come on here and call her everything up under the moon. That's somebody that's doing it for clout. That's somebody that's doing it for attention. I am truly concerned about the baby. And he's not even a baby. Yeah. He's a toddler. Like you can tell when somebody's concerned about that because that's my focus. My focus has always been the child, not bashing Chrisean and making Chrisean look like a horrible person. How she's treating that child shows that. I don't have to do nothing. She's doing it all herself. You know, I don't have to do anything.
That's it.
And that's what y'all mad at. The people that follow her and are fans of her. Yep. When I say that Chrisean is likable, for this generation of idiots, she is. My generation and before, we're not interested in a Chrisean. We're not. But the people of the day, the ones that are striving to be on baddies and now that's TV and they love her. She's so likable to them, not me. I'm not a crustacean. I'm not a fan of her. Oh no, not at all. But I can see this generation, them absolutely. I can see them eating Chrisean up and spitting her out. 100%. Not me. Like, duh. Not us. We have no interest in her. We have every interest in the child.
And it's because we come from a completely different generation.
Right.
We come from a generation that what goes on in our house stays in our house. We come from a generation that what is not for public consumption will not be put out there. My heart goes out to this baby.
Right.
My heart goes out. But it feels like she is set up in a way that she is not going to take her foot off the internet's neck. And what can we do? We'll play. That's it.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And somebody online, or somebody just said that you've already
Thank
bashed
you for
her.
what you're doing.
No, thank you so much for calling in, sweetheart. I really appreciate it. And the chat really was vibing with you. That everybody agreed with you from overall. So yeah, everybody feeling you. So yeah, shout out to you. I'm feeling you too. I hope you call again in the future. You have a good night.
Thank you for what you're doing, baby. Have a
no problem. You too. So and yeah, somebody said you already bashed Chrisean. No, I've told the truth about Chrisean. What about it? Chrisean knows that I think that she's a stupid bitch. What about it? I don't take it back. Like that'd be the weird part. But I'm not sitting over here consistently like coming for her because that's not what it's about. But I don't take back what I said. I stand on it. I say it to her face and anybody she's sleeping with. What about it? Any of her brothers? And like, what about it? A daddy? Like, what about it? I say it to their face. That has not changed. But I don't feel like bashing her is going to fix anything.
Incoming call.
What about it? Like, yeah, I did say those things, and I stand on it. I'll say it again. I just did. Like, what about it? Like, you coming to a point? Like, please.
Voicemail.
And I meant what I said. I'll say it again. Thanks for calling the Sean Nippoway show. You're on live on the air.
Hello.
Hi.
Can you hear me?
Yes. Really good.
Hi, my name is Harry.
Hi.
There are so many. Hi, how you doing? I love your show.
Oh, thank you.
There are so many different topics that we could spend here all night talking about Chrisean, as far as her mental health, the lies that she tells, the trauma in her past. But a lot of those things also make up her thought process of how she does things. Someone I think had said that, like you were saying, we're bashing her and this is a learning experience. Yeah, she is a new mother and it is a learning experience, but the problem is her personality does not allow her to take any advice from anyone. Right. As soon as she reads something in a chat, that next live, she tries to pretend or act like that's what she's doing because she's trying to convince us of her lie, which is a sad situation. But I am a nurse and I did say some chat things and online on the different YouTubes, I always say stuff. Mostly I was always advocating about him getting his services that he needs, whether it's because he has cerebral palsy or some other type of neurological disorder. But it's just getting more and more and more. And as someone said, now I'm overly concerned because I did hear how that child sounds. And at the time, I thought she was physically still in California.
Yeah.
But I also know that someone said that she's really not at an emergency room because they felt the child would have been in a crib versus a hospital bed. Well, we never really see whether it's a bed or if it's a crib because really all we see is Tessa turning after Chrisean says about being the birthday.
Right.
She is in Maryland. We all know that. She went to the church. She is with Tessa. And whether Chrisean Jr. is in the emergency room, I'm not 100% sure about that. But Tessa is in an emergency room and Chrisean is there with her. One of the reasons we may not hear him crying or coughing like we heard before is because if they had started treatment on him and he's been struggling to breathe for so long, he's wore out, he's tired. And when he receives that medication, there's medications that we all know he will receive in the emergency room where he could never receive at home, a doctor's office, or an urgent care center. So maybe that's why we don't hear him because he's asleep because he's wore out. Yes, we can all probably say it sounds like pneumonia, sounds like SRV. There's a lot of things that could be at play, and more than likely, yes, he has some type of viral or bacterial infection going on, which would show up in his blood work. You were correct. I think the last thing I heard while I was trying to call, you were saying that she always does run back to Maryland. So I'm personally glad that she's not in California and that she did run back to Maryland. I think she presented herself to that church because she did not know what to do based on her just not knowing, and also based on what we're saying to her in these live chats. And she does have a mental health history. And I know you said Ronnie's not a doctor, but I think what he was trying to bring to the table is he's been known this girl since like early high school. When she initially came to California, they were a couple. When one of the charges that Ronnie got is where they both tried to say that they were in self-defense when a particular person got killed. Apparently, when they showed up, she was there was a knife, and the man was dead. But Ronnie, I guess for the love of her, he took the fall. So she is very evil, and there's so many layers to her. But to bring it all back to what this whole thing is about is just about the child and us all wanting to see and get him some care that he needs. I do believe she's running from CPS. The CPS thing is kind of funny because in the emergency room, for the doctor or the nurse, for us to make that call out to CPS, we have to feel as though that child's life is in danger.
Yeah.
So she could just have presented, my baby's sick, I don't know what to do, he's been coughing, yada, 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 and they're going to take him in, not necessarily saying that he's in danger at that time, which warrant them to call CPS. They may say, hey, he has a diaper rash. She knows he has a diaper rash. She knows she's supposed to do something. I just don't think she gives them all the information that they're looking for. And Chrisean knows exactly what medically and physically is wrong with her child. She doesn't want to accept it. And she may have told them, yes, he does have this, he has that. So them seeing a child that's not being able to move would support any neurological disorder that she would tell them that he has. That was a mouthful.
Oh, you got it out. No, I think, I mean, like you said, you do think that there are certain things wrong with her. Ronnie not being a doctor, but due to his experience being around her, he knows that she has a lot of issues from, even having to take the rap for her with certain crimes that she may have or may not have committed. All that lets me know is that she could do the same thing to her kid. Chrisean doesn't have a real concept of reality, if you ask me. And I also don't think that Chrisean has a real empathy and sympathy meter for life and death. With Ronnie, she handled that very weird. Most people would have thought that she would have been emotional, at least a little bit. Emotional about his passing, but she was not emotional about it at all. It gave that she was happy that he was gone, but tried to make it seem as if she had nothing to do with him being gone at the same time. I think Chrisean is bored of being a parent to Chrisean Jr. because she thought that although we all knew and she knew that Blueface was not the father of Chrisean Jr., I think that she wanted him to at least pretend to be that. I do. When he first got out of jail, she went over there trying to create this family chemistry with Blueface and include her son into the fold, and it did not pan out the way that she wanted it to. And now I think that she's truly not interested. This is a woman that has had multiple unalivings of her baby, ending multiple missions, aborting multiple missions, with having children and having no sympathy or empathy about getting rid of said children. I believe baby Chrisean was born to prove a point. I do. I think he was born to prove a point. And now that that point isn't being proven, I think that she has less interest in him. And I also think that she enjoys watching him in agony. I do. I think that
now she definitely mostly is going to feel that way because of her hatred that she has towards him.
Mm-hmm.
And whether we want to dance over the fact that, she has some type of mental health disorder. I mean, I'm not a psychiatrist, but I have worked in mental health for 15 years out of my 32 years as a nurse, a registered nurse. So, it's easy to say she has bipolar, narcissistic, this, that, or the other. But even with some of the things that you're explaining about her thought process, she definitely falls into a borderline personality disorder. there are different types of borderline personality disorders that I could say, but, you know, I'm not the psychiatrist. I can only go by the symptoms that she's presenting. And she does have that component, like you said, she doesn't have any feelings. She's out of touch with feelings. And she's so obsessed with Blueface that she thought that that was going to be the out, like you said, the one up on Jaden. She'll have him now. She sees he's very good with his children, and that's what she wants. But, you know, also this is the same young lady that at delivery, you didn't want to be at a hospital and have your child. You had your child at a birthing center, and they told you that you had chlamydia, and you refused to do a C-section because you didn't want to mess up the tattoo of Jonathan's name. So your child came through a birth canal that had chlamydia. Well, Blueface never said he had chlamydia. Ronnie never said he had chlamydia. So where did the chlamydia come from? Well, we all know she sleeps around. So there's, you know, without going deep into it, people can look into it on their own. But chlamydia causes problems with a child at birth. With it, you know, coming to a birth canal with it. That's why those persons that were of any type of medical background at the time of her birth advised her correctly.
Yeah, I think that's just one of the things.
Like you said, she's so out of touch with reality, not because we're saying she's delusional, because of those mental health issues that she has, she does give me the fear that she could harm her child.
Agreed. And 1 second, please. Shout out to Collectively. She says, I don't think she's at the hospital. The person Chrisean posted on her story just posted a picture on her own story about 45 minutes ago and doesn't look like she's at the hospital. So, yeah, agreed. I do not believe, like I said, I need more proof. I don't think Chrisean took that baby to the hospital.
Two hours ago, while I was waiting to have you pick up, I wanted to double check and make sure. 2 hours ago, not the 45 minutes, but 2 hours ago, because someone said, no, she's not at the hospital because they were saying that the child's not in a crib like they would use when a baby or a toddler is in a hospital. Mm-hmm. So I went back and I looked at it and I said, all right, let me not look at her sister or listen to her. Let me look at the surroundings. So there is a monitor hanging off the wall. You don't get monitors at doctor's offices, and you definitely don't get them at urgent care centers. That's why I said, I don't know if Tessa's at the emergency room with Chrisean Jr., but Tessa 2 hours ago was in an emergency room, and she is bent over like she's looking down at a child. And until Chrisean says something about the birthday, that's what makes her turn. And I'm like, I was listening to you, and a couple people said, oh, that's an old video. That's from back, da-da-da-da-da. But then, you know, I'm nosy. And plus, just with the type of work that I do, like I always look and try to observe things differently. So I went back and I'm like, oh, snap. Tessa's birthday was 2 days ago. It was on the 10th. And she had the same hairdo that she's wearing in this quote unquote video of her being in a facility where there's a monitor on the wall. Mm-hmm. So that's, I mean, I'm just saying, like, you know what I mean? And it's weird. That's what I'm not saying, oh, Junior's there and Junior's in here, but Tessa was at a hospital. I was praying that Junior, and I think that's why at the beginning I was explaining that to justify why we may not be hearing him coughing and wheezing and crying out like he was doing in her car is because he had already started receiving treatment.
Yeah. Well, we have other calls coming in, but thank you so much for calling in, sweetheart. I really appreciate it.
Oh, no problem. I really appreciate you taking the time. And as I said, I love your show. I love your advocacy. And everyone take care.
Thank you so much, sweetheart. Have a good night. Oh, y'all
you
calling
too.
in. I'm loving these calls. Hello. Oh, hold on. Oh, hold on.
To accept, press 1.
What happened? I'm sorry. Call back. I'm so sorry. Call back. Oh, actually. Crap. I'm like.
The Bluetooth device is ready to pair.
I'm like 35 minutes late, but it's fine. I have a recording that I'm supposed to be doing. So, yeah. We're definitely going to have to do a part 2 of this. I want to do more call-ins. Shout out to everybody that was calling in. I try not to rush y'all. I know y'all be having a lot to say, and I'll be wanting to hear y'all and comment on what y'all, But I really do appreciate y'all calling in. I love doing these call-ins. Like I said, every live I will do call-ins because I want to hear from y'all. We are going to do a part 2. I need to get more information. I need to see if Chrisean went to the actual doctor, because I don't believe she did. I don't. I believe that video. I don't believe the video is real because they usually don't even allow you to be recording or have cameras around. Like if you're going into like the emergency room or whatnot, like that'd be the last thing that a person would be doing. And also, why would she not show him? Why would you? She shows him any other time. Why would she not show him? Like, I don't get that. I don't get that. Shout out to Chrisean Ham. She says, if you said she stayed in a mental hospital, in a year in a mental hospital, I agree. And I want to get into more of that too. Tomorrow, why was you speaking to my other child speaking? What do you mean? I'm not speaking on it. If you heard, you heard. If you didn't, oh well. From what I gather, it's RSV. There's nurses that have confirmed that what they have been hearing is RSV. Again, it's an yes, nurses that are confirming it. I'm not a nurse, but yeah. There's no. I can show you on TikTok. There are literally RNs, registered nurses that are listening to the playback of Chrisean Jr.'s breathing and stating that that is either pneumonia or RSV. Professionals. I mean, them. And I'm going to believe them because they're professionals, not no weird ass hoe in the chat. So, yeah, Chrisean Jr. is my business. Like, I don't care what nobody thinks. Please. Chrisean Jr. is my business. He is my business. Call it what you want it. I don't care. I don't care. I want him to be okay. So he is my business as far as I'm concerned. Don't like it, don't watch. That's all I can tell you. I love you guys. So we will be back live tomorrow. Thank you for the over 1,000 likes in a live. I haven't done that in forever. Shout out to y'all. Y'all are very lit. Shout out to the over 1,800, however many of y'all was in here. Shout out to y'all. I really appreciate it. We will be live in the morning with a part 2 of this. And we will do a call-in. And I will have more information on if he actually went to the hospital or not, because this is devastating. Hearing him breathe like that, it just grips on people's heart. Hearing it makes people worried and sad. And again, if Chrisean didn't want us to talk about these things, then she know what to do. Fall back, okay? So I love you all. I will see y'all tomorrow, okay? Part 2. We will do a call-in. I love you all. Thank you so much for calling. Thank you so much for being here. Like, subscribe if you haven't already. Justice for Chrisean Jr. Save Jr., okay? Save Jr. Hashtag Save Jr. Until tomorrow's live, I love you all. Bye.